Ron Van Dam likes to treat every listener as someone with whom he is having an intimate, personal relationship. Although no money changes hands, there are fewer sticky bodily fluids, about half as many apologies, and he probably won't have to get rid of your body in the long run. Other than that, it's a pretty standard relationship for Ron. You're listening to The Ron Van Dam Show.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
That's right.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Welcome to the program, you little devil, you. Why you little devil? Welcome to the program. It's the Ron Van Dam Show. I am, what the hell's my name? How you doing today, huh? You feeling all right? You feeling okay? All right, doesn't matter. I will take it from here for the next half hour. I will entertain you. I may even do a tap dance for you, which would be ridiculous because I could just tap my fingers on a desk and you would think I'm dancing. So now you know that's not going to work. My allergies have kicked up again. I don't know what it is. Is it tree pollen? Is it grass pollen? Is it pollen? Is it flower pollen? Is it ragweed? Hay? What the hell is it? I think I'm just allergic to my own thoughts. I remember when this pandemia began, I do have like allergies here and there, and I got so freaking nervous. Every time my nose would get stuffed and I'd have dripping in my throat, I thought, oh my God, no, oh no. And then it would go away the next day, and it was, that was panicky. That was crazy. Did that happen to you too? No? Oh. Anyway, I hope you're doing all right. I really do. I sure do. I sure hope you do. All right, that's fine. I've the past month I have gone through. September has been a horrible month for me. I don't know why. I think months that have like the 9th month of every year is always September for some reason. I don't know what it is. But everything has been very expensive and falling apart. The first week of September, I have air conditioning in my house, which is good because there's, climate change and things are getting hotter. So I need air conditioning. And we had a string of a heat wave. It went on for a long time here. And my air conditioning unit gave out. So I called up the air conditioning people from outer space, and I said, hello, I need air conditioning. Could you come and fix it? And they said, Mr. Van Dam, we have some bad news for you. I said, well, that just kind of falls into place, doesn't it? I started yelling at him. Well, isn't that just great? Well, you've got bad news for me. Well, isn't that cute? Makes sense. Bad news. All right, pile it on me. What's the bad news? Bad news is you're going to have to replace the outside air conditioning unit. All right, what is that, like $2,000, $3,000? That's $4,000. What? You think I'm made of money? Look at me. Look at my arms. That's skin. There's no money made there. Well, Ron, that's not the worst of the news. Oh, my God, there's more? Yes, there is, unfortunately. Well, it's September. It makes sense. What else now? I'm out $4,000. What else is the problem? Well, there's a blower that, blows out the cold air, and it has to be compatible with the blower. I said, what kind of bullshit is this? No, it does really have to, Ron. They have to communicate, and your blower is rotting away anyway. How old is your blower, Ron? I said, well, that's kind of personal. My blower is About 20 years old. Well, all right, well, it's starting to rot away, so we have to replace the blower as well. How much is this going to cost me? $8,500. What? That's an actual figure? Things go up that high? Yeah, I'm afraid so. Oh, my God. Do you have a payment plan? Yes, we do. We give you the bill, you pay it. What a plan that is. Good plan for you, not a good plan for me. Well, that wasn't the end of it. Went to have an oil change yesterday. Not for me. I have no oil in me. For my car. And the service guy at the place, he gets in my car, and I'm leery about people sitting in my car with this pandemia thing going on. But he gets, get out of my car, he pops the hood, and he's going to do the oil change. It's one of these places where it's like a 5-minute oil change. It turns into 20 minutes. So he gets in the car and he starts moving the car up on the little conveyor belt thing. And he gets out of the car, and as he gets out of the car, he opens the door, and my driver's door hits the wall. And I said, "Oh my God, you just dinged my driver's door." And he looks at it and goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's not me. It's the way they put these buildings up with walls. Why do they have to have walls?" I said, "Oh my God, can you buff that out?" "Yes, I'll do the best I can." This is great. I go for an oil change. Now I got a scratch on my door. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Van Dam. Then he comes to me and he says, you know, your front tires are like practically bald. I said, "Well, you're practically bald too." He said, "That's not necessary, Ron. That was not necessary. I know I dinged your car there on the door. That was not necessary." So I went to a tire place. He said, "We don't have your tires." "Excuse me? You're a tire place? You don't have my tires?" "We don't have your tires." "You have all-wheel drive, Ron." "Well, that's great, isn't it?" "Yeah, all-wheel drive is wonderful. Problem is, all four wheels have to match all four tires. Same manufacturer, same kind of tire." "So you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" That's true. It's true, Ron. We don't have your tire. I mean, I don't want to put you down or anything, but I ain't got your tire." "Well, can you get my tire?" No. I don't even want to get your tire. Go somewhere else, little piece of crap. So I went to the dealership. And I said, "Look, I was told by the oil changing guy who dinged my door that I need tires, that my tires are bald." And the guy behind the counter said, well, you're getting bald too." I said, "What is this? What's with this joke?" So he looks it up and he says, "Yeah, we do have your tire. We have to have it brought in. We can order it. It'll be here tomorrow." I said, "Well, how much is this going to cost me?" I said, that it'll be about $280 per tire. "All I'm going to use them for is to make them go around and move the car. That's all I'm not going to cook dinner with them. I'm not going to move in with them. $286? Yeah, and 43 cents. "Oh, I'm not going to 43 cents on top of that." "Yeah, plus $60 per tire to align them and balance them." Oh, God. So what are we talking about? We're talking about in the area of about $700. Oh no. This is September, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So now I'm up to for the air conditioning units. I'm up to 8,500. Throw in another about $700 on that, maybe 800. Now, well, we're getting toward 10,000. Let's keep pushing. Let's bring in some more bills. Come on, baby. Then I looked and I saw my property taxes are due at the end of September. That's throwing another couple of $1,000 on it. My quarterly payments. So now I'm up to 10 grand in 1 month, and I haven't even really started yet. Oh, man. So, to be honest, I'm not thrilled. I'm not thrilled. September has been a very expensive month for me, and it doesn't stop there. All these people are talking, you need this, you need this, you really need to do this, you should be doing this. Hey, did you know that you should do this because you're not doing this, you must do this, otherwise it's going to cost you more money in the long run. Oh, no. Oh, man, I can't win. Do you go through things like this? No? Oh, okay. Thought everybody did. Thought that was the point of the program, but you're not going through that? Okay, fine, never mind. Anyway, how you doing? Yeah, it is September, and we're getting into a situation here where we're getting into the colder weather, and I started to think, because my brain is constantly moving. It's constantly moving. Oh, by the way, I went shopping yesterday again to the supermarket where they have food. And I get up to the register, and this girl, she's about probably 20 years old. She's a cashier. And I said, thank you very much. She told me the amount of money that the food was, $10,000, and I eat a lot. And then she said, I said, well, okay, thank you very much. She said, paper or plastic? And I said, I don't know. Can I get back to you tomorrow? No, I need to know now, paper or plastic? Oh, my God, don't do this to me. Let's see. Plastic's not good for the environment, but, I mean, it's so simple and easy. Paper that may not hold everything, but it's better for the environment. The paper bag. Do your paper bags have handles? Yes, they do. Oh, this is making it so difficult for me. Plastic. I like the plastic because I can use it for garbage and things, but it's not socially responsible because plastic doesn't deteriorate ever and lives on longer than I do, which is not saying very much. The paper's probably my bet. Sir, will you please make up your mind, paper or plastic? Do you have, like, canvas bags? No, I mean, we do, but that's like $5. No, that's not an option. Give me plastic, plastic, paper. We ended up agreeing on paper about 20 minutes later. And they put all my groceries in the paper. And they had a separate bagger. It was another girl who was probably also 20 years old, dressed exactly the same as the cashier because they have these stupid uniforms. So they put the stuff in the bag. She's a bagger, and I thought, oh my God, what do you tell people that you do? I'm a bagger. Oh no, that sounds so bad. Can they come up with another name for the job that you perform? Putting groceries in a container specialist, maybe. A bagger. Oh my God. Oh. I'm working my way through college. What are you doing? I'm a bagger. Oh, that sounds sexual somehow. Don't say that to people. Don't say that. I don't know what it means, but it sounds sexual. Yeah, I'm a bagger, baby. Oh, no, don't say that to people. Don't tell your parents that you bag. She was a bagger. And I got to tell you something. She bagged pretty well. She bagged. So I said thank you to the cashier, and she said those magic words to me, and I talked about it a few days ago. Instead of saying you're welcome, she said, no worries. Oh, no worries. We're getting into your psychological fears. No worries. Just say you're welcome. That's so simple to say. And then I said to the bagger, and thank you. And she didn't say no worries. She said, no problem. Oh, God. Actually, it was a problem. I couldn't make up my mind on what kind of bag I wanted. So actually, I was a problem. No worries, no problem. We're all going to live through this someday. How about just you're welcome? That would have worked a lot better. So anyway, I walked out to the parking lot where my car was sitting, opened up my driver's door, and saw that little ding from the oil change guy. I said to myself, I should have sued the bastard. So when I got home, I have a little thing on my shelf, and it's called, I don't know what it's called. It's like take scratches out of doors on cars and things and fenders. It's called Scratch Away or Scratch Your Ass or Scratch This. I don't know what it's called. Comes in a tiny little bottle. And you dab a little bit on a paper towel and you rub it on that not so looking good little scratch dent thing. And lo and behold and lower, the little scratch went away. Finally, in the month of September, something that worked the way it was supposed to. 'Cause in September, man, nothing's working the way it's supposed to. Now, I'm not going to sit here and ask for financial help from you or contributions, because I don't sink that low. But if you want to help yourself, I'm not going to start a GoFundMe thing where you contribute to my financial well-being. That's it. I'm not doing that. But I'm saying that if you want to help out, no, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you're doing better than I am. Now things are okay. Everything's fine. This is the way it works, Things go really well for a period of time, and then all of a sudden they don't. Like what happened in February and March. Life was wonderful, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. All of a sudden this pandemia hit, and it really brought to attention something to me. We really need to appreciate what we have while we have it. Do you understand what I'm saying? When things are going well and everything's fine, we don't appreciate how good it is. Think about how good life was before this pandemia hit. People were not dying from a disease like this in these numbers, and we went to the movies, to restaurants, we were free, and we didn't have to worry about getting sick and having our loved ones get sick or pass away or something. We didn't know how good we had it. Well, Trump was still president, so everything sucked anyway, but still, even with that, we didn't know how good we had it. And then this struck. And I think the real lesson here, and we'll get out of it someday. We'll be wounded from it, but we'll get out of it someday. But the real lesson here is cherish what you have, because any second it can be taken away from you, click of the fingers. So we learn things from horrible things, come learning, and that's the lesson that I've learned, and I hope you have as well. Be thankful for what you have, because things can always get a lot worse and a lot more confusing. So, that's my message to you. The other message is, wear a mask. Do you know New York was the epicenter of this horrible thing? Way back when it started, in the entire world, was an epicenter, man. People were locked down in their apartments. New York now is one of the safest places. And why? Because they took the bull by the horns, both on a state and citywide level, and they demanded masks were worn, and they told people to curb their activities, and they did. And the rate now is one of the lowest in the country. The masks work until there's an answer. The masks work. It's proven it works. It stops the spread. It makes it under control. And all you have to do is wear a freaking piece of fabric around your mouth and your nose. That's all they're asking you. And yet there are some people in this country that just won't do it because they think it impedes on their freedom. You don't understand. You're impeding on other people's freedom, and you have no sense of that. Wear a mask. It makes things under control. And when you also have a strong leader who helps you along the way in order to achieve that, that also makes a difference. And we've been lack on that. It hasn't existed. So it turned to the states, and those that did it right were successful. Those that did it wrong caused deaths and sickness. I'm sorry to get serious about it. I do it every once in a while. I'm just telling you, this whole thing is controllable. Not so many have to die or get sick to the point where they'll never fully recover. If you just did these simple little things. But in this country, we are so obsessed with freedom that we forget about respect. Okay, I have a guest coming up, but first, something that you should know.
1 in every 7 Americans is in desperate need of a dope slap. Studies show that every 17 seconds in America, someone writes, says, or does something so incredibly stupid that they deserve to be slapped, and you can help. If someone you know commits an act of boneheaded stupidity, simply extend your hand with the palm facing to the side, draw your arm back, and deliver a sharp, solid blow straight across their forehead. It's called a dope slap. It only takes a moment to perform, but the lesson can last a lifetime. This has been a message from the American Dope Slap Association and Metro South Podcasting.
Dr. Margaret Mary Wilson joins us. She's the Chief Medical Officer and Senior VP at United Healthcare Global. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Ron, and I must say thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm great, and it's a pleasure to have you here today. We're talking about what we can do to keep our healthcare workers safe. That's been a major concern since the very beginning. The public has taken on quite fondly to the safety and caring of healthcare workers.
Yes, it absolutely has been an issue. And first of all, I must extend my heartfelt gratitude and sincere appreciation to all the healthcare workers out there in the U.S. and across the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they continue to work tirelessly and selflessly, and we've seen that, as you rightly pointed out, during this COVID-19 pandemic. You know, healthcare worker safety is really an important focus, and I think that's one of the reasons why celebrating and commemorating World Patient Safety Day is important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you're aware, Ron, but the first time World Patient Safety Day was celebrated was in 2019.
Oh.
And that was when the World Health Organization launched a global campaign to acknowledge patient safety as a global health priority. And this year, the theme of healthcare worker safety, which is the focus, is definitely appropriate.
Yes.
Go
on, please.
No, I was just going to say that, you know, one of the reasons why health worker safety is so important is if you think about it, and COVID-19 has really brought that to light. Healthcare workers often work in the face of significant risk to themselves and their families, contacting infections, sometimes which proceed to illness and even death. And the nature of what they do brings with it significant emotional stress and psychological strain. And if you think about working in such a stressful environment, it's pretty easy to understand how they could potentially be prone to errors, especially if the system and all of us as a whole do not rise to support their need for a safe environment. And in order for patients to be safe, those who care for them must be safe. And so that is why this is absolutely critical.
It's amazing to me because when this whole thing started, there was the adrenaline of helping out and going to the front lines and being well appreciated. But after a period of time, as you mentioned, stress starts building in by the number of hours, what you're going through mentally, what you're seeing. That all of a sudden starts building up. And where do healthcare workers go when they have health concerns?
And this is where it's important for administrators, leaders, and all of us come to help support them. I mean, I remember before I joined United Healthcare, I was a physician at the bedside for about 25 years. And I was one of those at the front line during the global yellow fever epidemic.
Oh.
And so I recognize how important it is for the administrators and leaders to support clinicians.
Sure.
I think the first thing that needs to happen is we all must help to create a culture of safety where healthcare workers can feel free to speak up and report risks to their safety and to patient safety within the system. The second, as you would have observed during this pandemic, is really providing the resources. So personal protective equipment was really highlighted as being critical to protecting the frontline workers. And with that also comes the need for robust training. And the third important piece is creating and developing programs that support the emotional health and the psychological health of health workers, because it really is a stressful environment. And then I think from the standpoint of all of us, all laymen, what can we do? We can also help support. So COVID-19, for example, complying with things like social distancing, wearing masks, those public health, the public health guidance that we're given, I think all that comes together to help support our healthcare workers.
No question. If the workload is lower, then we all benefit. And I mean, are you in the United States at this time?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Okay, good. I'm somewhat disappointed in this country in the sense of the support and backing which has been lacking toward healthcare workers from the federal government and giving them the supplies, the emergency supplies that they need to properly do their jobs when most hospitals and health locations have been short on materials and short on PPE, etc. That is inexcusable. And I'm sorry I have to mention that, but in the face of this, that was not giving them the support that they needed, although the public certainly has.
A global pandemic is a learning experience for all involved.
Yeah.
And I think collectively we continue to learn. One of the things that we've recognized at United Health Group is that nobody has all the answers. And so we have really leaned in to collective thought leadership, drawing on best practices from across the world. We have brought together experts from New York, from China, from South Korea, from Italy, who were all at the front lines, United States experts, and we continue to learn from each other, draw on those best practices to build a model that will continue to support healthcare worker safety. It's a learning experience for all of us.
It is.
But protecting healthcare workers is critical.
Part of the learning experience has been that people and companies step up and governments don't know how. That's my opinion, certainly. But that's besides the point. How can we participate in making sure that healthcare workers are properly protected and properly supported?
I think I went over a few key items for administrators and leaders. I think sources of information are also critical. The World Health Organization website has great information on their patient safety hub related to patient safety. I think from the standpoint of businesses like ours, I mean, United Healthcare, we're probably one of the largest healthcare organizations in the world, and we recognize the criticality of supporting our frontline clinicians. We have about 100,000 clinicians across the world, and so our collective efforts contributing to, within our care delivery system, ensuring that all our frontline workers are protected is key, but also our social responsibility efforts. We, during the COVID pandemic, for example, made a $10 million investment to areas that are directly impacted by the pandemic, to the frontline responders. This went towards purchasing personal protective equipment. Brazil, Chile, Colombia, India, Peru, Philippines. Those were some of the countries that we worked with. I did talk about the importance of collaborating and drawing knowledge from all sources. But I think critically, this starts within the healthcare setting. And my earlier comments around creating a culture of healthcare safety where everyone feels comfortable speaking up and bringing their innovative thinking to the table, I think is absolutely important. So those are some of the areas that I would definitely highlight. And there's certainly more information on our website, uhcglobal.com. I think, though, a key piece, if there's, one thing that I would ask us all to do, simply, Ron, that's expressing our appreciation for all healthcare workers, recognizing the amount of work that they tirelessly put in on the front lines to protect us all.
Yes.
And I would just say to all the listeners, if you run into a healthcare worker on Thursday, which is September the 17th, just a simple thank you.
Very
good. Thank you to, friends, families, and any others in your broader community who might be healthcare workers.
Well, Dr. Margaret Mary Wilson, thank you so much for your time today and for bringing this to our attention, as I think most of us are aware. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ron. It's been a pleasure.
Bye-bye. Well, you have been wonderful today, as usual. I don't know how you do it. You're like an angel floating in the clouds. I'll be back again on Monday with a brand new show and also a kind of a different sound. We have a new website that we're launching too. Go to newenglandbroadcasting.com or ronvandam.com or many other .coms, and it'll direct you to our new website that has information about the program and interactive things and all that kind of crap. So, ladies and gentlemen, in wake of all that, I'll be with you on Monday. Until then, well, I wish you peace.